Welcome to Black Love Matters, where it serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood.
Loving each other.
I find our inner Black Michelle.
Or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 437, y'all.
We back.
We back like...
They said, these niggas.
We back like an inconsistent stepdaddy.
Whoop.
Be sure to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K. What's going on, baby?
Did you say an inconsistent stepdaddy?
I surely did.
I'm going to take y'all to the zoo. That's what we're going to name that episode. I'm going to take y'all to the zoo. And you just sitting on that porch. Please, not even stepdaddies. We all got it. Listen, don't get me riled up, because I got a story my family left me. I was supposed to, you heard the story.
I have. I've heard it multiple times. Miami will not let them down.
I have not let my family forgot it yet.
Mm-mm.
I was supposed to go to Greenfield Village, and I was so excited. You know, I'm kind of, when I was younger, believe it or not, I was kind of type A. And so they said we was going to a place. Shout out to all the people in Detroit. We was going to Greenfield Village. Was it the zoo? I don't see. That's how you know I need to release. I'm getting the locations confused. It was either Greenfield Village or the Detroit Zoo. And for y'all don't know, Greenfield Village is like a living museum that is in Michigan. And I mean, actually, I like shit like that, but
yeah, you know,
it is literally like a living museum, right? So you like go through plantation times and the Industrial Revolution, and you kind of walk through it. And so my uncle was taking me and my cousins, and he was like, yeah, Nyambi, we're going to pick you up. We're going to do this. So me, you know, the night before, I done laid my shit out. Right? Like, so I got my new gym shoes on. They probably most likely Reeboks or something like that. Mm-hmm. I done laid out my skort. Remember when skorts was big? Because I wanted to be cute, but also I need to be able to zoom.
Yep.
So I got me a cute skort on. I got me a cute t-shirt on. Yep. You know, I'm sure I was hitting them with the Ralph Lauren girl spray, you know what I'm saying? Or Tommy girl spray. So I had my spray laid out, had a hat on.
Okay.
Ready to go. So I'm getting up in the morning. I ate my little piece of oatmeal, my cereal. My parents like, you don't want more to eat? I was like, no, I want to go on a full stomach. Because at the Greenfield Village, they got good ass food. They got good ass candy. And you know me, I get my little $2, $3 a week. Mm-hmm. And I've been saving my shit. So I had a solid $15. I'm about to cash out on rock candy. Cash out.
Somebody about to get some salt water taffy.
Cash out. So I done got my little piece of purse. I done got my, like I said, I got my little hat, and I'm just waiting in the front room. 15 minutes before they say they supposed to be there.
Ooh.
15 minutes early. That's okay. I'm already there. Time they supposed to be there pass.
Ooh.
It's okay. TP time.
Yeah, they late.
Okay. 5 after.
Ooh. Okay.
10. 15. That's still nigga time.
Did you page them?
Not yet. 20 minutes.
Ooh,
my dad had to go to work, so he ain't there. He's inside the family. My mom gonna come by because I think she forgot I was waiting. Something my mom often says, like, you so quiet, I forgot you was in the house. What you doing? I was like, oh, I'm waiting on Uncle So-so to come pick me up. My mom like, uh-huh. Oh. So all I hear in the background, remember them old school phones? Yep. Beep, 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 beep. Going straight to voicemail. He ain't had no picture. Mm-hmm. Hour.
Ooh.
2 hours.
Sheesh.
Feelings hurt. I now go. I've taken off my gym shoes. I've taken off my good going out clothes.
Ooh.
And I've transitioned to my house clothes, which is some sweatpants from Walmart and a t-shirt. My mama trying to cheer me up. Talking about, you want to go? Blah, blah. No. I would like to read my book that I've read already 3 times. My R.L. Stein. Quietly. She said, baby, don't you worry. Something must have came up. And if it didn't come up, you already know how what my mama gonna say. And if it, what she say?
Niggas ain't shit.
And remind them how old I am. 10. Me, mm-hmm. Why am I responding to that? Uh-huh. Because you know what your mama always tell you, baby. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm about to say?
You only got one friend.
The only friend you got in your life is Jesus and sometimes your mama. Don't you ever forget. Etched in my fucking head.
Ooh, did they go?
They did go. And my uncle apologized. And I think he's still apologizing. Because I don't let the niggas forget. What's that, an elephant? I have forgiven? But I have not what?
Oh, you ain't forgot.
I have not forgot. Because some of them niggas he picked up, I'm sure he wished he left them on the porch instead.
Nyambi is going to be tap dancing on somebody's grave.
No, never. Am I going to be on time?
Like that.
Probably not.
Like that elephant. Like that elephant.
They better ask me to say no remarks. Because that's coming up at the fume. So I know, too, what it is to be waiting. All that to be said, thank y'all. We appreciate it. Y'all are just so amazing. I know I've said this over and over again. I'm a broken record for the last couple episodes, but we know folks have been sending emails. Y'all been getting our ass on them DMs. Don't worry, I will respond to y'all in the next week or so. I promise. Like we said before, it ain't over till what? Till it's over, and we still rocking. So thank you again for rocking with us. Let's go, and we'll talk more about that probably in Nearham's check-in. But should I go down the list? I don't have much really. So work is working. Times is still tense like a motherfucker. As y'all know, we did our first little round of layoffs, and my organization personally is taking part in a reorg, which will result in some people losing their job. The thing is, these people knew they done lost their job in February, and they got to about July, August. Yeah. I understand what leadership, and I was on board with it, so I ain't gonna separate myself at first, was trying to do by giving so much notice. Nah. Come in, cubicle warriors. Us giving that much notice has been hell. This what I'm understanding, right? My nugget of wisdom, what I'm trying to learn from this situation, I hope I don't have to be in it again, but I know I am still very junior in my profession, is when it comes to this layoffs, y'all, you got to treat these layoffs like a Brazilian. Ooh. You got to take it where it almost hits you in the throat, right? Where, again, it's shocking. Oh, my God, what's going on? I lost assets. What do I do? Right? Because I know everybody, and I know, unpopular opinion. Everyone's like, why did they do it? It's so, it's not connected, and it's this. Listen, I'm on the opposite side of it. Where we gave them all the notice. Months and months, guaranteed pay, servants, all this stuff. When I tell you, every time I go into work, I am miserable, and I'm sure they are too. Half the babies think if they work, they think they can work themselves way out of a layoff. I said, oh, you don't understand. Your job don't exist no more. It don't matter how good you're doing it.
I'm hustling now.
We just need you to do it okay. On the 1 to 10, we need a 6.5 to 7.
No, I'm going to hustle.
If you could give me a 6.5 consistently, Gucci.
No, we hustling.
So you got one half that's like that. Okay? Then you got the other half who come to work pouty face every day. One group coming in, in my organization, you got to set expectations quarterly. They was like, I'm going to be gone in the middle of this quarter. Why I got to set it? Bitch, you're still getting paid. You have to this is the contract between you and this organization. What work you doing between now and then? And the only reason I'm going in, y'all, I know y'all going to be mad at Nyambi. These folks make a lot of money to do a piece of something. Okay? That's all I can say. But they make a lot of money. Let's just say some of their servants packages is equivalent to people's 4-year salaries. Ooh. Okay? So, yes, I do expect you to get a 6.5 and to do the job and to come in when I say you need to come and to come to the team meeting. Yes. And it's just been rough. Like, I don't know. And I hate that I'm on this side of it where I wish we would have did something where even if we gave people this much notice, I wish we would have had something we kind of gave them an early buyout type stuff. Like, if you would like to not come back after today, great. If you do, no, this is like, am I explaining? You're outside looking in. How would you explain it, Nearham? It's just too long. Like, no more. Like, if you're going to lay someone off and you're letting them stay longer, it should be no more than like 3 to 4 weeks. And mind y'all, like, we're supportive of them getting new jobs, transitioning. Like, we're supportive of all that. But it's just fucking miserable to talk about the day-to-day because we have to be in this what is state. I'm a leader in the organization. We're building up the next state. Right? And then you basically have these shadow organizations that are working at the same time. Then you got the people who are not impacted by these layoffs acting like they don't know what day it is. Exactly, Mabel. They acting like they don't know what time of day it is. You ask them to do something, or you ask them to do something autonomously, and they confused.
Yep.
Or they still come back and they be like, "You made this announcement. Is we about to get laid up?" Did I say no? Or I want to be like, "Yeah, I don't know when. One day you gonna have to leave.
One day. I don't know when it's gonna be.
One day you gonna have to leave this earth.
One day.
So it's just been a lot. Again, my nugget from my leadership style is taking away that what we gave was way too much notice. Like a sweet spot is anywhere 4 to 8 weeks. Very clear on-ramp plan, very clear servants package, and then make the transition from there. Anything longer than that is just, I have no idea what the morale or what the new org gonna look like, because I'm kind of sick of these niggas too. Like I just don't know. Nero, outside looking in.
Y'all waited too long.
I think it's way too long.
I don't know why y'all waited that long. Y'all waited long as fuck.
It feels like in college when you like date someone, you know, all the people be trying to be like nouveau, I'm like the Republicans, nouveau woke. You see how the Republicans flipped out on us?
Yes,
the conservatives video. But it's like, you know, the new way, the younger children, Generation Z, be like, oh yeah, I be in a relationship. I broke up with my ex and now we best friends. Again, I'm not saying y'all can't be friends, but like the following week.
So y'all still calling each other?
That's what like. Are y'all fucking? Like that? That's what it feels like. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You waited too long.
Yeah, just waited too long. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. It was why y'all waited so long. Mm-hmm. Like I think that's the thing. And y'all did a whole bunch of emotional roller coasters and all this other stuff.
We did emotional like terrorism.
That did not need to happen.
It didn't need to happen. And I don't got the heart. Not the heart, actually the heart or the mind, because I know they're going to want to do a reflection over this whole exercise on what I really thought. I'm preparing my script. I think my script is we did the best we could with what we have and what we know. At that moment, we did what we could do. I don't have no suggestions.
Oh, I'm sorry. What you were saying?
And in my head, I'll be like, too long, bitch. Philosophy for layoffs, Brazilians. Put some powder down and rip it up. Let's go. Put some alcohol on after. That's it. But it don't feel like a day. It's all right.
Yeah, you raw right there
and exposed. Yeah. That's why it's a Brazilian, because your coochie open.
Yes.
So, but that's easier than pulling hair by hair than tweezing, because that's what we're doing now. We're tweezing. When I just wish we sugared. And I don't know. It's just been interesting. Also seeing my peers. You know, everyone's trying to get power. Everyone's trying to show their worthiness too, where, you know, I show up and do my job, but it was a time and place Nyambi would have hustled up. But like, listen, the name of the game is surrender. It's going to be what it's going to be. And, you know, I got some hopes, wishes, and energies I put out to the universe, divine energy, the ancestor, whoever y'all align into. But a part of my surrender is that it is well and it is already done. So if I ain't supposed to be here, I'm supposed to be doing something else I'm supposed to do. And that's just where it's at. Keep me lifted at work, because we still got a hard-ass 2 months before any of this land. Anyway, personal, Mabel's thriving. What'd you say Mabel's thriving there?
Mabel is thriving.
Mabel's thriving. She's aging backwards, I think. Remember when we first got her and she used to limp or hop? Yep. I ain't seen her do that in a year.
Years.
All these vitamins we giving her. Her hair is like luscious. Eyes clear.
Very clear.
Can hear good as hell.
Yep.
She go to her daycare.
And play all day.
Monday through Friday. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Running, jumping, drinking, playing. Running, jumping, drinking, playing. Running, jumping, drinking, playing. Thriving. Mabel, even though we done found her a new sitter. Because y'all know we had that other sitter, but every time she come home, she smelled like Money House Blessings. And y'all know my mama can't stand weed. She be like, she probably over there smoking weed, getting Mabel high. That ain't Money House Blessings. That's that shit. I said, she don't. I had to pull her one time. You think he smoked weed around her? She didn't smell like weed.
I don't think so, but he lighted incense.
She smelled like Money House Pleasant and she was dirty. I ain't like how she was dirty. I'm like, did y'all play in the dirt? What do you think they was just playing outside?
Yeah, he had that backyard area.
Like she just rolled around in the sand.
He stayed in the brownstone, so that stuff ain't
the cleaner. As soon as Mabel come back, she get a bath. I'm like, get in the bath. Don't touch my shit. Now she got a new dog sitter that love her. Complete opposite. White woman. Because her other one was I think he was a Rastafarian guy.
He was a Rasta.
Yeah, I think he was a Rasta. Shout out to him. But he moved, I think. And now she has a white woman. Would you like to describe her white woman? Or you want to talk about how we don't want about a founder now? Yeah. Because we was looking for a Rasta guy. And he's like, Weezy out.
Couldn't find him on the app. Couldn't
Gone.
find him on Rover.
Gone.
We had a funeral to go to. And we was contemplating bringing Mabel to the funeral. But then we was calling people.
You said we was going to bring Mabel to the funeral.
We're going to bring Mabel to the funeral.
Yeah. We're going in the hotel room.
No, she was going to go to the funeral. Just dressed on up. Put her in a dress. Put her in a black and white checkered dress. So we calling people. We looking on Rover. Naomi looking at people on Rover and shit.
Not trusting them. First of all, Rover's a grip.
I don't trust these motherfuckers now.
Rover's a grip. This people's charging $100 a night. Jesus.
And then Naomi found a friend of a friend.
A friend of a friend.
And then she came over the next day. Her and Mabel fell in love.
How would you describe her temperament?
I want to say she's kind of granola.
Yes, very.
Yeah. Kind of granola. Is she Jewish? She might be Jewish.
Yeah, she's a Jewish girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because every time I see her, I was like, you look different.
You don't know if you give it to the right person.
I don't. Sometimes I
don't. You see if Mabel go to work.
Is it you?
And then you see Mabel tail wag. You like, okay.
Okay. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if that's you. She look different every time I see her.
Well, she be sending pictures of Mabel in whole stories?
Yes, in stories.
Today,
narratives.
How'd it go, Nira?
Today, I took Mabel for her morning walk. We walked for 25 minutes.
Here's a picture.
Here's a picture of her walk. And then afterwards, I fed Mabel breakfast. She ate 75% of her breakfast. Here's a picture of the rest of the food she ate. She drank two bowls of water. Here's a picture of the empty bowl.
Well, yes.
it's like Mabel next to the bowl.
Yeah.
Now we are cuddling. Here's a picture of me and Mabel cuddling.
And she has dogs.
She had other dogs.
Forgot the name of the dog. Here's Carpo and Mabel.
Yes. They smelled each other and then they went about their business.
Anywho, Mabel loves her. She's reasonably priced. She's actually just starting her business. I imagine next year she's going to blow. That's why I told Nira, I'm like, every 3 months you just got to book some shit just so we on her radar. So we're doing that. And, I'm still working through doctors. And, our family journey is still rolling. No updates. I think the biggest update I can give y'all is that I actually signed with the lawyer for like the Paragard stuff and the IUD stuff. I reached out to like 4 or 5 lawyers and all the lawyers was like, yes, ma'am. Send us your information. Actually, I need to call and see what the update is. But if y'all want more information on like that process and all that, just let me know. But definitely, I got a lawyer and the lawyer was like, yeah, this is some bullshit. You are not alone. Your case is valid. And what they're going through now is they're going through the Supreme Court. They're all bringing all of these lawsuits in to one court or one judge that sits in Atlanta now. And now I forgot the name of it. I'm sure the folks who are lawyers or familiar with lawsuits or the law, there's like certain cases they try to kind of set the precedent for it, right? Like, so there's certain cases that they bring forward as almost like the prime example of across the board for one to see if it's going to be, if it's valid, right? So is it valid? But two, more so, what is what's it called? Like the payment or what is the
settlement? Like,
what would it be? For all those things. So that's what they're going through now. And actually my lawyer at first was like, you might potentially could be one of those. They say I got in a little bit later, but because of the fact that I got it in, I had it in less than 10 years, right? I got pap smears every 1 to 2 years consistently. I have a consistent medical record. I've had no history with, any issues with my IUD or any GYN issues, right? Like it shows like this is the issue, not necessarily me. So that's something they brought up. And it just was a lot, right? And the sign with the lawyers, right? You know, since it's more of like this lawsuit type of case, you know, I'm happy to be open, transparent with y'all. Like, it didn't cost me any type of money, right? Like, the money comes off the back end on whatever the settlement would be. But even as I explained to my lawyer and my family, like, I'm not looking for no money, right? Like, I got insurance. Like, I don't, that's not what this is, right? What I'm trying to do is, like, this should be off the market, right? Or it needs to be, expectations should be readjusted on what this truly is, how long it should be in. Like, that's what needs to change, right? Because what happens if, you know, I advocated for myself, or I have, you know, a partner who's advocating, or a mother and friends who be like, hell no, right? Or even my doctor who isn't my favorite, who was still even gave me the options to continue to go on this route. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, some doctors be like, I don't know what to do. Or, we tried, I don't know. Like, you know, like, kind of hunch up in your shoulders. And again, none of these New York people are necessarily my favorite people, but I never went to a place and felt like, oh, bitch, invalid, right? Like, I never was in that type of situation. And so I'm grateful, where I know in a lot of other situations, I hear of women being, you know, made to feel as if they're trash, right? And they did something wrong, where in actuality, this is defective equipment. So that's what I'm going through with that. So keep me lifted as we navigate through that stage, family planning, all that good stuff. I'm still moving my body, still talking to my therapist. She's still getting in my ass. She got me working on I almost said her name. What my therapist got me working on there. It's been a minute since I talked to her, and I'm thankful. Because she be getting, I'm to the point in therapy where every week wears me out. Where every week I'm like, bitch, what do you think? So she just got me doing like a couple writing exercises that I'm not doing at all. Yeah, like today, as y'all listen, I'll be coming from therapy, and I'm be like, nah, I ain't write it. Not because I wasn't capable, because I don't want to. But I've taken some action on other areas. So my therapist is big that I need to like write out my story, just write more. As a way to process, to then say it out loud, right? To then help, you know, me better garner my voice. I know y'all saying, now I don't got no voice. I'm just good at, what's it called, masking. Mm-hmm. So I'm working through that, figuring that out too. What else going on personal there? Am I missing something for me? I'm thinking about going on a journey. Oh, I don't think I'm ready to tell y'all.
Oh, go
ahead.
It's
a little, what would you say, granola, as Niram call it? It's a little mother queen mother.
I'm going to give y'all a hint.
Don't do that. That's going to be me. Let it go. At the completion of the workshop. Thank you.
That's the hint.
You a hater.
That's the hint.
And I'm not nervous about it. Because I done been through workshops professionally and personally, but this one feel a little... Niram, when I showed you the list of the needed things, just share one thing, because that might be... what's it called? Proprietary? What's it called? When it's
proprietary
information, so I can't give out too much. Just what's one thing that I was like, what we gotta bring?
9 pounds of Epsom salt.
Yes. Y'all, one of my list of supplies is 9 pounds of Epsom salt. I said, excuse me?
How you gonna get past TSA with that?
It's not for the thing, it's weekly.
Oh shit. God damn.
It's not for the ceremony.
Shit, you gonna take 9 pounds? You gonna get?
Niram said you going to jail. It's like the rest of them rappers. If they think they can get through with guns, I can get through with salt. Do TS JFK? You know JFK gonna be ready to tear me up. Them, no ma'am. You can go get a box and you can go check. You might get check 9 pounds of salt. I'm definitely sure they're gonna open it up, but you can probably check it. So yes, it is. I'm processing. Y'all know I'm trying to get naked. I'm trying to get naked and vulnerable without showing all my titties. I'll let y'all know. I'll probably definitely eventually tell y'all what it is. But at this point, I think I want to keep it close to the chest. But know that I am going through an evolution And this is something that is slightly out my comfort zone, but I think because it's out my comfort zone, I need to do it, right? Like, even if I walk away from it being like, what the fuck was that? I think me just doing things outside of my comfort zone and fellowship with other people is something that's very important. Honestly, that's something me and Nia was talking about as we're coming out of this COVID, as we're coming out of these long 3 years, right? A lot of us have our different social anxieties, right? Like, we've been so insular and in our own little bubbles of community. And usually these communities is like the 4 people in your house, which is great, right? I think those familial bonds are strong. Like, I think me and Niram, like, listen, we can entertain ourselves in the house. Well, how you doing? Of course we can entertain ourselves. Right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, literally play Uno, a tournament of Uno all day and be completely entertained by each other, where I don't know if we could have did that pre-pandemic. I'm like, listen, now we're gonna have to go outside and get some air. But now we don't have to. But a byproduct of that is, you know, trauma's not the word, right? But it's harder to go out with people in the world. And I do believe that we are social beings and we are on this earth to engage in community and fellowship. I do think that is a part of everyone's purpose in this earth. And I think through COVID, that has been paused and flipped on its head, right? And the only way to heal this, and again, Nia and I were talking about this, is to lean into it, right? Like, so lean into the thing you're almost resisting. So you have to be in fellowship. You have to be in community. You have to be in community with those who may not be doing exactly what you're doing, especially because of the last 3 years, right? We are nothing but, what's those called? Sound chambers. Of ourselves, which is good sometimes, right? Like, but not all the time, right? Like, it is not always good to only hear your reoccurring thoughts when it comes to politics, love, life, philosophy, all of this. So me going to this workshop is another level of personal development, self-discovery, but also I'm trying to push against my norm. Mm-hmm. Y'all know I'm the president and CEO of the Sister of No Sisters. Mm-hmm. I'm going on behalf of the delegation. Ooh. And I'm going to tell y'all how it is. I'm going to let y'all know I believe I'm anointed, but I ain't consecrated. Ooh. I'm hoping that this process will help consecrate me.
Getting that concrete.
Nero, do you know what consecrated means? Google it for me. Go ahead. Let's pull it up. Could you pull it up for me, Nero?
I just like to say in the concrete.
Can you please pull up consecrated?
I am be.
Do you know what anointed means?
Yes, I know what anointed means.
What do anointed mean to you?
Consecrated.
It's not. Shout out to the Iyanla lovers. Remember she told DMS that? She was like, you anointed, but you ain't consecrated.
Why keep putting concrete in?
Why do you associate with concrete? Why? Nero, I'm trying to spell it. How you think it's spelled, Nero? Consecration. What does consecrate mean, Nero? Come on.
What did I say? The make or the declare of church.
Read what consecration is.
Consecration is the transfer of a person or thing to a sacred sphere for a special purpose of service. The word consecration literally means association of the sacred. Persons, places, or things can be consecrated.
What is it, Nero? Consecrated, not consecrated. Consecrated, not concentrated.
Be concentrated. And the term is used in various ways by different groups.
Amen. Now, what anointed mean? Because I believe I'm anointed.
I know y'all niggas gonna go playing concrete.
Did you say leave you alone?
I ain't talking about y'all playing in concrete. Concrete.
You're a hater. Anointed. Go ahead. Not the oil.
Anointing is the ritual act of pouring.
Anointed.
It's the fact of.
How do you know if you're anointed? Go to it. Come on, Google, read my mind. Nero, I'm talking about butter, oil. Come on, Nero.
It's the act of pouring oil over a person's head or entire body. Mm-hmm. By extension, the term also implied to related acts of sprinkling or dousing or smearing a person or object with any perfume, milk, butter, or other fat.
How do you know if you're anointed? Let's see if how smart Google is.
So y'all just pouring. So y'all are concrete pouring oil over each other.
They got articles. An anointed person is authentic and true to themselves. Come on. How to? Oh, they show you how to become anointed. Lord, look at this. All righty, to be anointed by God is to be filled with the fullness of God, so you can faithfully do His work in the world. You know what? Next, I'm about to ask all the what's it called, Chat GP and them. Okay, let me get back focused.
Y'all niggas playing in concrete.
Nero said, y'all over here rolling in butter. No, but for real. I just see this as an activity that can push me, hopefully personally, professionally, and it would be great if it pushes me spiritually. If not, that's cool too. But I do think it'll be just a good practice for me just to get back out there. And I'll return back to the Sisterhood of No Sisters and report back on what it is too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Good luck with the concrete.
What'd you say?
Good luck with the concrete and oil.
Listen, also, me and Nerum and Mabel had a getaway.
Yeah.
Are you going to talk about that? You talk about it in yours.
Because you cussed me out the whole trip.
I did not. So the first time we done been back in months. That's what you want to do?
Cuss me out.
How did I cuss you out?
Cuss me out.
Me and Nerum.
Nerum
and Mabel.
She anointed me with a cuss out.
I'm not consecrated, right? Because if I was consecrated, I wouldn't have handled it that way. We went out to the Poconos. Actually, it was cute. It was called the Rets, R-E-S. I don't know about y'all, but I've just been an outdoorsy lately. Like usually I used to be a beach, sand, ocean type of girl, but now I'm becoming woods, mountain, trees. Like surround me by the trees, honey. I love it. And so we wanted to do this event because Nerum is very busy and will continue to be very busy for the next 6 months. So we wanted to find time just to get away as a family, not only just to rest, but I don't know about y'all. Like if you have these moments where, especially folks who are in a committed relationship or a committed partnership where, how do I explain to Nerum? It's been a while since Nerum and I, let me know if I'm talking too much, Nerum, not dreamed is not the word, but sat down and was like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. What do we want to do? Are you not happy? We've been dancing around a couple of these topics for a while. What does this mean? How do we want to do it? What's the timeline? And we just had some really real talk about that. And additionally, to the tangible things we want to do and accomplish, we also had conversations on just how we show up for each other. And, it's been a while since we talked as a unit of how we have evolved. And even how, as I said earlier, right? Being in the pandemic, I think made us stronger. We were able to come together and we click-clack, right? But through that, I have changed. I am not the same Nyambi I was in March of 2020 as I am in April of 2023 now. And I don't know if we ever had that official conversation on shifting of expectations and how each other needs to show up. And that's what we did. So, Nerum, how did you interpret that weekend? Oh, Nerum getting quiet. How was the weekend for you? How did it interpret to you?
Laid in water. It was all right. I say that because I'm being funny and facetious, but it was definitely a needed trip and needed conversations that need to happen as there's big change happening or big change that is coming. Yeah.
I too. I think and again, let me know if I'm going too deep. Just hit one of the, and you can block out what I'm saying. I think the biggest change is I gave Nerum some feedback because there's been a few situations in which Nerum has addressed me or helped me in a way I have not appreciated. And I've told him I didn't appreciate it, but he's continuously done it. And then I basically had a conversation with him to say, hey, I think you're treating me based off who I used to be and not who I am today. And you're not creating a space in which I feel comfortable to show up as who I am today. So we need to talk about it. We need to unpack it. We need to make some move. We need to set some new expectations rolling around that. And I think that is what Nerum was returning to, is the cuss out.
Don't that sound like a roundabout way of saying somebody anointed you with a cuss out, Joe?
That should be a hand clap. Why are you? The rest was beautiful. It was woodsy. It's still nice though. Hot water, air conditioner, good cable TV. Yeah. We got a hot tub, all of that. But it is the woods. It's probably, I would say maybe 30, 40 minutes right outside the Poconos. So if y'all looking for somewhere to go, it is family owned. It's updated. Now, it ain't a lot of food places. you're going to have to bring your food. That was the hardest part, us bringing all the food. But like, if you're looking for something nice and cozy, just to be, clear your mind, very little reception, got to use the Wi-Fi, I absolutely would recommend.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. And then what else? Ooh, them some heavy topics. Series finales, y'all, have me in a chokehold. Not season, series. It's happening again. Every like 18 months, all the things I really, really love are ending forever.
Yep.
And I'm so sad.
Oh, let me help
Yeah,
you
now you do it. Where do I start? Snowfall ending was so sad.
Tell me why.
Spoiler alert, when Franklin came, how did he get that red eye? He living.
Only thing you can think about is that red eye.
First of all, Jerome's funeral was hard.
Should we play a little love bath for that?
We got love baths coming. Actually, you want to do love bath now? We wait.
We can wait.
Okay. We'll put Jerome on the second shut in too. Jerome's funeral, I knew it was going to be a lot. I knew once they had the gate. I never seen gates at the graveyard. Not the gates, but the ropes. Where only so many people could come up. I was waiting for, who is it to come from Chuckalisa? What's the game?
Uncle Clifford?
Yeah, I was waiting for Clifford to roll up in there. It just felt like it was all going around because of roulette and all of them. Like, it was just, Snowfall ended really well. What was the guy? What was his name? For y'all don't know, I started season 1 and 2 and I skipped and I came to the last season. So I missed like the 3 seasons in between.
Well, you talking about Damson Idris?
Not that damn Idris. First of all, that damn Idris needs a fucking Emmy. You hear me, damn Idris? Denzel's gonna know who you are. Because when I tell you he got to act it, listen, he went from playing, this West Coast boy to crazy. He cut crazy. When, who was it, with D-Ray and them Peaches, whoever that is, came back? That is when he lost his fucking mind. Do you hear me? So he played black man crazy. He played, the movie Joker? He was the black male equivalent. Often you don't see black men, ticky, ticky, boom, boom. That damn Idris, him. What's his name? What's his name?
Damson Idris.
That damn Idris played the shit out of crazed black man. Then he transitioned to what? Crackhead? What was it? Was he agoraphobic? Was he on that shit? Like, he literally had a mental split. But you know what else? That motherfucking mama. When that mama shot that man point blank, my God. And he looked at her and said, Mama.
Oh, no.
Mama, no. Then he tried to go to prison. The right, Mama, you're going to need to hand over that house because of Mama. And when she just hung up the phone, and when sis said, I'm about to do Orange is the New Black, because he must be stopped. The mother pulled Beloved. The mother then became the main character in Beloved and swung her baby, that damn Idris, and said, not today, nigga. You can't get this money. He said, you can't even wait till the money drop. She said, I can't get it done for the money. Then that cold-blooded bitch of a wife, I been knew that bitch was dirty. She cleared this nigga's account. She cleared $8 million. It ain't no procedures for this. I'm acting like that damn Idris. Y'all niggas ain't call. Text don't even send me a text.
Nothing.
She cleared out the entire account. That he choked. When I wish I had to sing.
She went all to all.
When he was like, I'd like to write $1 million for this, he writing his shit, laying his shit real smooth, crossing his legs, blah blah blah. And the white man, as soon as he went back, can y'all hear this? Actually, there's nothing in your account, and on top of that, the mortgage payment gonna come out tomorrow. Do you got some money you want to add? He could barely see straight when he walked out of there, the way that he started tiptoeing. Jesus.
Yes.
Woo. And then when we do our flash forward with what it is, because they didn't told the old boy to go to Africa. Go to Ghana.
He did.
Go to Ghana. Get the fuck up out of here. Then when he came back, he was looking for his friend.
Yes.
And then that damn Idris delivered that monologue to say, you the best friend I ever had. And I'm proud of you, nigga. I'm proud of you. Can I have $20?
It was actually 10. He gave
10. Then we passed John Singleton down the road. Oh. Filming. Y'all seen him. R.I.P.
Oh.
Snowfall did a lot.
Yeah, they did.
And then the screen just went, the snow melted. That damn Idris.
Yeah.
That damn Idris.
Yeah. Do we give him a hand class for that?
Yeah, let's give him, be careful though, because you see what happened to Jonathan Major. Be careful. That's it. That's it. That's it. Don't get too much.
Okay.
That's it. Snowfall. You got anything else about Snowfall?
I just wondered that Lori Harvey and Damson Idris broke up yet.
What? They together?
Yes, they were together.
Why does everyone keep track of Lori Harvey? Let that girl live. She got the good taste. Good for her. Oh, this Isaiah John. Leon. That's his name. John. He played too. Yeah, Jerome. Then Louis. Oh, then you see Louis Brokeback Mountain. She keeping horses and got the white people to lie for her. And Louis from Detroit. Angela Lewis.
You can tell she got that. She got that.
She got Detroit vibes.
She got Cash Dow Detroit vibes.
Shout out to Cash Dow. She got a new EP out. You know I love Cash Dow. Me and Niram was having the conversations of the types of Detroit. And Cash Dow is a type of Detroit. Mm-hmm. Big Sean is also too.
Yes.
No, come on. We ain't doing this. Shut up. What up, though? What's my next show, Niram? You made me lose train of thought because I was about to go on a Detroit rant. A Million Little Things. For the real ones, y'all know I've been watching A Million Little Things since it came out. They in their series finale this upcoming week, and I'm about to fall to pieces. As you know, they done had that baby, but that cancer done came back. And they was about to go on a secret trip not a secret trip, they was going to go to Mexico and get this new trial drug. And he looked up and said, no, I'm tired. I just want to enjoy my time here. So the next episode, I'm going to be crying. Next, my other favorite white show. Ooh, I'm almost scared to admit this on Black Love Matters. Y'all, I love Firefly Lane. Whoa. It's on Netflix. I love Firefly Lane. It is a miniseries on Netflix based off a book off of, I forgot that lady name. Hannah? She the one who did like the Four Winds, whatever it is. It's the story of two white women. Katherine Heigl playing it. And it basically depicts their friendship all the way from their teenage years all the way up to like their 50s. Mm-hmm. And it's literally the story of the mundane, right? Like of their lives, of marriage, heartbreak, kids, career, personal, parents, their ups and downs and friendships. And when I tell y'all, I love shit like that. I fucking eat shit like, I need this immediately for Black women. Like, is there a Black women series like this? Not Insecure. Insecure is just like 30s, late 20s, 30s. Like, this literally goes from when these girls was like 12 to when they're 60. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need me a story like that. It's giving Beaches. It's giving Steel Magnolias. Like, that type of movie. Oh, my gosh. I watched it like in 2 days. The ending, the last 2 episodes, I was crying so bad my eyes hurt. I woke up with a headache. Ask Nero.
She woke up.
I cried for 2 days.
She woke up with a headache.
I knew it was going to happen.
She knew.
I cried like a baby.
You know how Jesus wept.
Go on to the weeping wall, May. Shout out to the Secret Life of Bees. Go on to the weeping wall and weep. That was me. So if y'all looking to weep, if you're looking for a good throwback to the Notebook-esque, Firefly Lane is the show for you. It is very white. I think I can count the number of Black people in the whole show on one hand. And they're not main characters. They walking in the background as extras.
But you love it.
But I love it. Next, Unprisoned. I don't hear y'all talking about Unprisoned with Kerry Washington and Leroy. Shout out to the daddy from Crooklyn. I thought it was great. I love the acting. The standout for me was Leroy.
Of course.
The GOAT, right? Like, I need him in more movies. I need him in more movies immediately, or I need him on Broadway. Like, his uncle energy, his father energy, even though he went to prison, is exactly what the fuck I needed. Like, I was talking with this about Nero. I'm like, I feel like that's missing a little now. It's been a minute. You know, we had a segment, Kitchen Table Talk. I feel like I'm missing on Kitchen Table Talk. Like, where is that enrichment? Like, Nero, when's the last time you sat around with, like, a bunch of men and talked about men shit? And men shit, I don't mean it in a patriarchal way. I mean, what does it mean to be a black skin as a male in this, going through this lived experience? Mm-hmm. Like, that's what I miss. And I do remember seeing in my father or my grandfather in these circles, my mother, my grandmother, my aunts, having these places of fellowship that I do think is lacking a little bit for our generation. And I know we have this beauty of social media and, you know, I love y'all and all that good stuff, right? But that's still parasocial. Mm-hmm. What does it mean to truly be in fellowship and community in person? And it's something to that he just depicted that well. Makes sense?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Hit the love bath.
Let's take a love bath, baby. Put some water in the tub. Touching,
Yeah.
close as can be.
Catfish.
I'm touching you.
I want some burners.
You're touching me.
With white
Let's
bread.
take a love bath,
Well, the first one, we'll start with more celebrities. Jerry Springer went to the answer. Why did the Jerry Springer one hurt a little?
It hurt. I don't know.
R.I.P. Jerry Springer.
R.I.P. Jerry.
Jerry Springer was childhood, sick days from home.
Good TV.
Also, he was the mayor of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Good TV.
Great TV.
Changed the way daytime television works.
Period. He crawled so Maury could fly.
Yes. Because Maury went just all in on, let's bring out the paternity test. The results are in.
Because of
Because
Jerry
of Jerry
Springer. R.I.P. Jerry Springer. I know he was navigating a cancer diagnosis that went pretty rapidly. What you bringing to the funeral?
Oh, man. I'm going to bring a lemon crunch cake.
Oh, your signature. I'm bringing chicken noodle soup because he remind me of being homesick as a child.
Okay.
Next, we got Jerome.
Yeah.
The main one from Mississippi. M-I, cricket letter, I, cricket letter, I, humpback, I. Mississippi, I. What you bring for Jerome?
Oh, man. I think I'm going to bring Hawaiian Punch. I feel like the family enjoy it. Just going to bring one of those gallons of Hawaiian Punch.
So you bring your, I'm going to be fancy and bring fruit, pineapple juice
Oh, okay.
for the mid-sands because you know it's going to be mid-sands at Jerome's. Also, we had some family members who, you know, went on to the great beyond. You know, they know who they are. Know we thinking about them and know we thinking about all the folks that associated with them. Nia lost someone very, very close to him. So, you know, we played a little buff bath for that too.
Yeah.
Who else we missing? Who else don't went to the
Harry
ancestors?
Belafonte.
Hit it again. Jesus. You gotta bring that back for Harry.
Let's take a love bath, baby. Take a love bath, baby.
Here we go.
Take a love bath, baby.
Come on.
Let's take a love bath, baby.
Harry Belafonte. Born Gerald George Belafonte Jr. on March 1st, 1927, sunset, April 25th, 2023. He was an American singer, actor, activist who popularized the calypso music. You already know what my song is. With an international audience in the 1950s, starting in the 1950s, Belafonte is one of the few performers to be a EGOT. He got it, an EGOT.
He got it. He got it.
An Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar,
Ooh.
and a Tony.
And a Tony.
Jesus be offense. He was a huge activist. He was the elder in the community. What didn't Harry Belafonte did? He directed, he acted, he gave his money, he wrote books, he had children. What didn't he do?
Exactly.
And again, I know he was an elder and he lived a nice, good long life. But when I heard it, something in my soul did cry out a little.
Wait, you wept.
Went to the wall again. What you got to say about Harry? Any thoughts?
He is the GOAT. He's the GOAT who got an EGOT, man. Like, he is.
That's it.
That's it.
What you bring to the field?
Some cocoa bread.
I'm bringing a lime and a coconut. With the lime and the coconut. I think we will miss you,
Yes.
Mr. Belafonte. Thank you for all you've done. Your legacy will reign on. Hit it one more time, Nero. You know, that's how we want them to go out. I want more of the love baths for the Harry Belafontes, our elders who live to their 90s, who receive their flowers over and over again. That's how I want to do love baths. Don't miss them. All right. Whew, that was a lot of love bath.
It was.
Shout out to love.
96.
96. That's what I'm saying.
Full life.
Full. Cigarette.
Full life.
I bet he got some stories from that Carmen and that what Dorothy Dandridge. Oh, where his journal at? You know, Harry Belafonte wasn't like Quincy Jones who telling all his secrets. He kept it pretty discreet.
He did.
Quincy?
Quincy told it all.
I again, the same story. When Quincy said he fell down 15 flights of stairs, he was on, was it heroin?
He is on something.
I said, you might should have kept it to yourself. And then he said, I knew, he was like, I had a moment where I think Ray Charles can see because I came and visited him and he was frying chicken in the dark. And he was like, man, why you frying chicken in the dark? And he was like, nigga, I can't see. And he was like, you're frying chicken and can't see? I'd be scared too. I come to this house, I'm like, wait.
Nah, we don't even like when I'm just in the basement for a whole day and I come upstairs.
Shit.
Darren, where you been?
Announce yourself. Announce yourself.
Here.
No, I'm with him though. Not him. And you know, fire detectors probably ain't work, or smoke detectors ain't work how it used to work, honey. And here come Ray Charles frying chicken. How would he put his hands in the grease? How he
I
know?
don't know. I don't know.
That's what me and Quincy confused.
But he fried it up.
He fried it up. And Quincy hot. You fried chicken in the dark?
In the dark. God damn.
Go ahead now.
So, I don't have much. I say that because Naomi already went a whole hour. We can go ahead and wrap it on up now. Lovers ever evolving.
I'm sorry. You can do the whole time now. Next time. We start with Nero next time.
Nope.
We can.
No need. So first thing I'm doing, we're just getting prepped. So while you listen to this, I'm already on the train to Virginia, doing one of my first speaking engagements of my book tour. So
Woohoo.
pretty exciting about that. Other than that, like, you know, I don't know if we even talked about my mom. Like, my mom's having some surgery. Like, she's getting, it's not major surgery. Well, it's major.
It is. Yeah, I would say
But, like, you know, she's getting like a knee replacement, right? And it was supposed to happen in March, and then some bullshit happened, and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So now, with less than a month, well, the day that's happening, less than 2 weeks for my book being released,
Yeah.
I got to go back to Detroit and help support that.
Don't say that like that.
What?
It's a great privilege.
It
to
is a
go
great
back.
privilege, but damn. 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 Didn't I tell y'all that my time is coming?
Yeah.
I've been saying about my time. It's coming. Now my time is coming. And then what y'all want to do right before my time comes?
Stay focused.
Damn.
Stay focused.
So yeah, we're gonna be in Detroit. So we probably ain't gonna have a
Again.
Well,
We are. We are. That's what I'm committed to. We are.
we probably ain't gonna have another for another while. But we doing that. So other than that, like my book is coming out, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's talk some real talk. My book is coming out. I'm gonna let the hand class up. So my book is coming out. Is it May yet? Yes. It is May. Is it May? Oh, okay. So my book comes out in June. So a lot of things is going on, and a lot of things are thinking. So your boy's getting busy. He's booked. He's getting busier and busier, right? And looking at my book tour, I hear about 20 dates already on the calendar. I'm just gonna clap for that. 20 dates. 20 dates on the calendar. Your boy is gonna be on Good Morning America. I got a radio tour. I look like radio. I got an indoor pool. I got an outdoor pool. Got a radio tour. I got 20 dates. So it's a lot of things going on. And, I'm really just preparing for this. And I'm just grateful that, I stayed the path and like all of these things have came to fruition. So looking at the cal, I'm damn near booked every weekend in June, just about every weekend in July, and August and September is starting to fill up as well. So, with that being said, I've been really just thinking about and just talking with Nyambi about like what the next phase of this podcast is coming to. And we've been having conversations about like, is now the time where we say we hang it up? Is now the time where we pivot? Is now the time where Nyambi may come in and take the reins of the podcast for a while I'm out doing my Thug Thistle? And we don't necessarily know the answer to that yet. That's something that we would just continue to talk through. And I think, we just got a lot of stuff going on. Like going back and forth to Detroit because of some family issues. This book tour that's coming up. I'm going to pretty much be out of pocket, like I said, damn near every weekend, June, July, and August. And just really just trying to figure out, like, how do we continue to, provide you all with the best content, do it on a consistent basis so we're not, like,
Popping in and out.
inconsistent daddies. But also, like,
I want to go to the zoo.
But also, trying to put I don't say button or a pin on, all the things we've done so far and the community we made.
Yeah.
And like fuck, like we've already done 437 episodes. So like really, I don't know. Like, I don't know if we're coming to the end of this journey.
You're trying to leave us, y'all.
I don't know if we're coming to the end of this journey.
With you, all of us.
I don't know if Nyambi is planning to, take it and it'll be a solo podcast for a while and I'll be a guest.
Yes.
I don't know if there's going to be, like a revamping of it, but it's something, it's conversations that we'll be having, right?
Yeah. And it'll happen soon. It'll be happening in the next month or so.
Yeah, it'll be happening soon. Like happening relatively soon. Because like I said, the book is coming out, have this book tour, a lot of great things is happening. And I think for me, just really trying to figure out, where does all of this fit in place of like the other things I do outside of this podcast.
Yeah. And also we had the conversation of like, because we intentionally have not like shown our face, like got too into it because we tried to have kind of that separation of church and state, right? But we both think it's getting to the point where it's like, well, why? And does that still serve the purpose that it used to? And, how do we just truly land in our truth? And as y'all know, I've been playing with, continuing the podcast as is, or kind of doing my own thing, going a little deeper in the sisterhood of no sisters, or just the mind of Nyambi. And this might be a good opportunity for me to at least test it out.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So
What y'all think? Y'all can rock with me on the solo podcast, or y'all want Neon to come monthly? What you thinking? Y'all send us some ideas.
I told you can hold it down. You already talked for an hour. You already talked for an hour.
That's not a full podcast, though.
What's a full podcast?
This is an update. Once we be on the updates,
That's what I'm saying. You already did an hour.
hee ho.
But that's the thing, right? Like, we've have evolved throughout this podcast, right? Like, when we started this podcast, we were going through some very, like, traumatic stuff, right?
Yeah.
And this was literally therapy sessions
To get us
for
through that.
to figure out what was going on. Nyambi, we had Boxster Chronicles. I worked at a place where I didn't know if my check was going to bounce. It
was clear.
It was or going to clear
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah.
Right. So we had the time to put in 3 and 4 hour podcasts daily, right? Or
Yeah.
like weekly or multiple times a week. Like we was publishing like 3
3
or
a
4 times a
week.
week.
Yeah.
Doing 2.5, 3 hour podcasts. And we great. We garnered like this relationship with all of y'all. Y'all calling in, checking in, having this
Yeah.
conversation. And like things have evolved,
Evolved,
right?
yeah.
Like we've moved across country. We moved from
Multiple times.
yeah.
Twice.
Yes. Like we moved from white ass New England
To the Bay.
to the Bay. And then like back to
Dirty
now
ass Brooklyn. Oh.
to Brooklyn, right? Like our jobs have evolved. Like, we're trying to family plan. Like it's like all of this other stuff. And really just trying to figure out like there's a fork in the road. And really just trying to figure out like where this stuff's fit at, right? Especially for my career, right? Like what I do outside of Black Love Matters don't necessarily fit into this, right? I think it
seamlessly.
could, but I think right now seamlessly it don't necessarily fit into like what I do outside of this, right? And just really trying to understand.
What you trying to say? It fit in what I do? Wait a damn minute.
I'm not saying that.
Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is like, I think what I'm saying is that like it takes a lot, right? It takes a lot to do this content thing and to do it in a way authentically, as well as like doing it in a way that's consistent, right? And I think that
For no pay.
exactly
But I think we enjoy it that way because we can say what the fuck we want, how we want,
how
when
we want it, things of that sort, and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So just really trying to figure out like where and what is the evolution from that, right?
Yeah.
Understanding that both of us has very busy jobs and like jobs that are evolving in various spaces, and then really trying to figure out like, well, where does this fit into that in both ends, right?
Yep.
And understanding that we want to make sure that we give the best product possible. Like I said, on a consistent basis or
Yes.
getting back to consistency.
Because the inconsistency has been killing me too, y'all.
Yes.
Like I just do not. It is not on brand for Nyambi or Nero at all. But y'all know we got to prioritize, take care of family and personal stuff first. But like I do not enjoy that aspect of it. Like I like to be where I say I'm gonna be when I'm saying I'm gonna be there.
Right.
Period. Like that is something that is a key trait of mine.
Yeah. So, and I think that's one of the things that we're working on, right? And just really trying to understand that. I don't know what that's going to be,
Yeah, but it is coming.
but there will be some change coming, right? And
Maybe
I feel
even name change.
like, yes. And I think like the next phase of Black Love Matters, like there will be something. I don't necessarily know what it's going to be,
Yeah.
but just wanted to give y'all a heads up. Like there's some change coming.
Yes. Thank y'all for being hanging rock on us for all these years. Like we about to be what in June? It'll be how many years?
I don't even know no more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Like that's what I'm saying. I think we're gonna be on like 6 years. Like wow.
Right. So
Okay.
just trying to figure out like where that moves, right?
Okay.
And I have some ideas, right?
Still got some ideas.
I think one of the ideas is that all right, we just do a reveal.
I mean, and I told them I think that'd be underwhelming. I think y'all be underwhelmed by that. Oh, that's like the last episode.
No, just period. Like
Just be out.
just do a reveal, and we try to tie it into like my persona and personality of like what I do outside of this.
Oh,
right?
gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I think my reveal gonna be underwhelming.
like with the, with the health and fitness and stuff
yes.
of that sort, and just
Yeah.
really try to like figure that
Weave
out.
that narrative. Okay.
Like that can be something, right?
Okay.
I think Nyambi's Corner, Sisterhood of No Sisters. Nyambi producing something on her own and like keeping the name going and just really figuring out what that looks like, right? Whether that's under a different name, under the same name, or just within the Black Love Matters
universe.
Yeah. I think there could be other things. I think there could be a co-host. I think it could be like I think it could be whatever we want, but also really got to think, what does the time permit as far as like your job, you're traveling, my job and traveling as well.
Yeah. And Mabel. And whatever little black babies to come.
Exactly.
Because y'all know y'all gonna want to be there for that journey. Because listen, I know all these mommies talking about what they be doing. I'm gonna give y'all the real. Because they still be sugarcoating this shit.
Yeah.
Because I got some shit to say. I'm telling y'all everything. Everything.
But it is interesting, right? Like, I think that's the other thing. Like, what did we do with damn near 500 episodes?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get there.
What y'all think?
Yeah, send us any ideas y'all have. Y'all want to collaborate? Y'all want to do something? Somebody want to be Nyambi co-host? It's some of y'all out there be good.
Yeah.
Come on. Close us out, Nero.
Yeah. I don't know. Love is ever evolving.
Come on. You done forgot to close out.
Yes, I have. Love is ever evolving, niggas.
We appreciate it again, y'all. You'll be hearing from us next week and very, very soon. As always, if you want to submit any questions, kitchen table talk, Black love stories, questions for us, you can hit us up at blacklovematters@gmail.com. That's Black with no K, all forms of social media. And remember, love is ever evolving. Peace.